Hello, everyone. It's Andrea, and welcome to this edition of Talks in the Car. When I was in elementary school, there was a girl in class with me, in my classes, who I really, really, really liked. And she was someone, we were the same age, but she was someone that I kind of looked up to. And I think it was because she was a little bit more mature. She seemed more mature than I was. Physically, she was more mature than I was. She developed a little bit earlier. She had boyfriends, boys that liked her. I think she had older sisters. And so she was able to kind of do more and experience more and see more because she had sisters that were significantly older than her. And so she was someone that I always wanted to be around, and, we were friends. But in saying that, she was also a person who kind of was always in trouble. So every time you turned around, she was on her way to the principal's office. She was sitting on the principal's bench. And my parents, they knew her. They knew her family, knew her mom. And one thing my father very much tried to instill in my sister and I is that we have to watch the company that we keep. We have to be mindful of the people that are around us. And he would say that to me often because she was always in trouble. And so one time something happened. I can't remember what the situation was, but something happened that landed both of us on the principal's bench. And that was the first time that I had ever been in trouble. I was scared because the principal of the elementary school at the time, he was kind of like an intimidating kind of guy, and he would yell at the top of his lungs. And it was something that was, kind of scary to me. So I was just a basket case while she was sitting there like, nothing new here, been here, done that. And it was at that point I realized what my dad had been saying, what my parents had been trying to say, that we have to watch the company that we keep, because the people that are around us, two things can happen. The people that we keep around us, we're either going to kind of gravitate to the things that they do, which will be positive, or it could be negative. And so in that particular situation, it was a place where being around her was not going to prove to be worthwhile. I was still friends with her. I still admired her to a certain extent, but I always, after that point, tried to be very mindful of who I kept around, because I didn't want to be in trouble, and I wasn't going to have that principal yell at me again. And so we have to be mindful of, again, who we are keeping company with, and to make sure that the things that they are involved in are positive things and things that we don't mind being attached to. Another part of this is that the people who we keep around us can, in a positive or negative way, affect our destiny, affect our purpose. People who are always involved in foolishness, people who are always negative, people who are always finding themselves in difficulties due to choice, are not going to allow us to reach our destiny, to reach our purpose, to be what God has called us to be, because they carry around them and they deposit into our atmosphere so much junk, so much ridiculousness. Whereas people who are about something, people who have a clear mind, people who are concerned about their purpose, people who are positive, those people are good to keep around us, because they help us and motivate us to continue with the things that we're supposed to do, to continue walking to our destiny, to continue working towards our purpose. So I want to encourage you today to be very mindful of who you keep around you, whether it's family, whether it's co-workers, whether it's friends, people that you go to school with, people that are in church. Keep very, very close awareness of who you keep in your atmosphere. The people that you may date, you go out with, friends. keep very, very mindful of who you keep close to you, because your purpose and your destiny can be very much affected by the people that you keep around you. They say birds of a feather flock together. One apple can spoil the bunch. And in very many cases, that is very, very true. One bad situation can ruin, a whole destiny, can ruin a whole purpose. One positive situation can help motivate you and propel you to the next level that you're going to in God. And so God also wants us to be mindful of who we keep. He talks about staying away from evil, talks about thinking about those fruits of the spirits and the things that are good, the things that are just, the things that are of good report. Again, I spoke about the fruits of the spirit. You want to be around people who are loving, who are patient, who are kind, who are gentle, who are faithful. All of these things we have to keep very much in mind as we choose people to be in our circle and to be in our atmosphere, because those are the people, again, who will either help us reach our potential, help us reach our purpose, help us get to our destiny, or they will be people who will hinder us, who will keep us from where we need to go in God. And at this stage of our lives and in this stage of the journey, we don't want anything to hinder us. We don't want anything to hold us back. We don't want anything to keep us from getting to the place where God would have us to be. So look at those people who are around you. Look at those people who you keep close to you. Look at those people who you allow into your life, and make sure that they are helping you get to where you need to be in God. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you next time on Talks in the Car.